Daddy, I don't feel so good.
Oh, what's the matter? Well, maybe Claudia's mom has some chocolate milk. It might help.
No, Daddy, I changed my mind. I don't want to go.
Please, I've got a lot of work to do tonight.
No, Daddy, I don't want to stay here. I want to go with you.
It'll be good for you. I haven't seen Claudia since...
No, Daddy, don't make me stay here by myself. Please, I want to go with you. Please.
I won't, sweetheart. I won't.
Where have you been?
Oh, I've been in the den reading. Amy's not at Claudia's. She's upstairs.
Why?
I drove her over earlier, and she was upset, scared, and I think she thought that the same thing was going to happen to me that happened to her sister.
John?
It's been weeks, Judy.
John, I can't help it. I've got nothing left to give.
This thing affected your business yet?
My business? No. Why should it?
Well, it shouldn't, but damn, I mean, it just seems like every time you turn around these days, there's some magazine story or some gal ranting on TV about drinking and driving.
Hasn't hurt my business as far as I know. It shouldn't either. Damn it, people know me. They know what I stand for. I'm not some street corner alcoholic.
Look, I'm sure this guy Webster knows what he's doing.
$200 an hour, he'd better.
200? It's not a fee. That's a retirement plan.
Not from where I am. If I go to trial and lose, it's 4 years on the manslaughter charge alone.
Come on, what judge is going to send a man like you to jail for an accident?
I just can't take that chance. I've worked too damn hard from the time I was 15 years old digging foundations. I'm not going to give all that up. Who pays the mortgage if I go to jail? Who's going to pay the kids' doctor bills? You know, it's not fruit juice in that glass of yours. It could happen to you as well as me. What would you do?
Hire the best damn lawyer I could find. As long as he took credit cards.
I'm going to buy myself another drink.
What's with the poor man's toter?
I promised Mary nothing more than a soda can would touch my lips. I always keep my promises.
Oh, you act like you haven't eaten in a month.
I haven't. Not stuff this good.
You're dressed.
Oh. I've discovered Peterson's paradox. If you stay in bed long enough, you get tired of it.
Want to go to court today?
Well, Helen's been after me to come over, and I owe Amy a tennis lesson, and I thought maybe later I'd get started on the room.
Good.
Can we get going with the state versus Fisk? Where's the prosecutor? Anyone seen Sawyer? Glad you could join us, sir.
You've had ample time to study your reports, Mr. Webster?
We have, Your Honor.
Then I trust you're ready to begin?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good. And the prosecution is ready.
No, Your Honor. Just found out that Deputy Caskey is out of town finishing special training.
Counselor, didn't your office coordinate the trial date with the sheriff's office?
Well, I thought so, Your Honor, but there seems to have been a mix-up somewhere. And since his testimony is vital to the state, we reluctantly request a continuance.
Sawyer.
Oh, you're here. I'm sorry. I told my secretary to call you yesterday.
Who takes care of your calendar, Mr. Sawyer? Elmer Fudd?
Look, she's overworked. She's underpaid.
No, I'm not. Coordinating with the sheriff's department is exactly the kind of thing I offered to do for you last month.
It's our job, Mr. Peterson.
Then do it! You're playing right into Fisk's hands. Every time there's a delay, witnesses get fuzzy, facts get lost.
Sympathy, shift, elementary law, Mr. Peterson. I don't need that from a layman.
Why are you treating me like an outsider? She was my daughter.
Hey, look. I understand your situation. Now, you gotta understand mine. Now, I've got over 30 cases going on at the same time, and every client thinks his case is the most important in the world. Now, if you don't like the way your case is going, take it up with my boss. It's been tried before, and without success, I might add, because I know what I'm doing. Now, beyond that, my advice to you is to keep in mind that my office is the one shot you have at Thomas Fisk. And maybe you should act accordingly, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, just so we have an understanding. I'll see you in 4 weeks. If it means anything, I know how you feel.
Mr. Sawyer, just a minute now. No, you're right. You're the only chance I've got, so I'll deal with you. And I'll deal with the ignored phone calls and the legal lectures. I'll even deal with being treated like a punch card by your office. But don't you dare! Don't you dare tell me you know how I feel. I won't accept that.
Look, I only meant that I have 2 children of my own, and if I lost...
I didn't lose a child. She was taken from me. She was murdered. And burying her was the hardest thing I've ever had to do, and I hope you never have to know what I feel like, Mr. Sawyer. That I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy.
John. Look, I'm not your enemy. I'm your representative. Now, sometimes I get so caught up in the race, I forgot why I even entered. I'll do everything I can to bring your daughter's killer to justice, but that's all I can do.
That's all I ask.
Loading needed for the customer service dock.
John? John, what the devil happened to the Reiner cab?
His order was short this morning. He couldn't find anyone to straighten it out, so I get a call from the tree farm saying he's pulling his business. You realize that's $100,000 a year in landscaping, John?
Reese.
Where were you?
Down at court. On a delay.
John, I know you want to get this guy, but what more can you do?
I don't know.
Sales assistance
John.
needed at the front desk, please.
Maybe the best thing to do now is just to let go.
I'm sorry, Reese. I'll call Art Reiner and salvage whatever I can.
Get your racket back sooner. Oh. And when you do your back, well, let's see. Oh, don't do that.
Okay.
See, did you notice that? Did you see how you didn't do it? And also, you're not keeping your eye on the ball. Now, don't twist your wrist on your backhand. How do you get it over the net, huh? Hit the ball. Honey, you're really doing very well. That's much better. You see what that follow-through means? Ah! Oh, I'm tired. I'd like to quit. Too much lying around. I'm out of shape.
I thought you did good. Maybe if we come back again tomorrow, you'll do even better.
If I can walk.
Judith, hi, how are you?
Meredith, I thought you were in Spain.
In Portugal. Got back last night, casting nets and all. I haven't seen you since Karen and Lynn's play.
Yeah, I guess so.
How's Lynn? Has she picked out of college yet?
Lynn, 7 weeks ago,
Mom. Mommy.
I'm sorry, Judith. What's the matter?
Mommy!
Hey, come on, guys. You missed the first inning.
Where have you been?
O'Malley's. Some guy thinks I ought to build his apartments for a nickel a square foot.
Tom, have you been drinking?
Honey, you don't do business over soda pop.
Tom, you promise, honey.
Look, I'm not going to live the rest of my life like a saint just because I made one mistake.
Get out of the car now, boys.
Stay right where you are.
I
You
don't want
guys
you
stay
going.
right where you are.
No, Tom,
Mary.
please. Tom, please.
Mary, you guys stay right where you are.
Tom.
Mary, I'm taking my boys to the baseball game.
Tom! Tom,
Boys, I'm taking my boys to the ball game. Now get out of the way.
Come on, Tom! Oh, God!
Judith, home. Judith. I tried to call. How you doing?
I tried, John. I'm sorry.
That's twice a day I've heard I'm sorry. Everybody's sorry, but nobody does a damn thing about it. You just sit there, Judith. I'll take care of this.
No. No, let me help you. Here's her tennis trophy. Put that away. We'll just forget about when she won it and cried. Oh. Pack this. I certainly don't want to think about all the letters and stories she wrote.
Judith, it has to be done.
And get rid of the dress. Who wants to remember her classmates and graduation and her prom and the play?
I will not turn this house into a mausoleum.
So we just pack her up and put her out of our lives, right, John? Everything put away except the truth. We're never going to forget what happened. Not as long as we live.
Okay, guys. Right up to bed now. Come on. Hey, get going. I'll say goodnight for you. We're back. Extra innings, wouldn't you know? Kids may have had the hot dogs, but I think I got all the mustard. It's typical, huh?
You have a problem, Tom, and you've got to get help.
Honey, the only problem we have is the trial. Once that's over, everything's going to be beautiful.
You drink too much, Tom.
We've been over this again and again and again. Now, booze is a fact of life.
And it's taken over our life.
Damn it. I don't drink any more than the next guy. I am sick and tired of being made to feel like a drunk.
You killed a girl, Tom.
Don't you think I know that? I wake up every night seeing that girl's face in that wreck. It's like a knife in me. Now, 1,000 times I wanted that day back. But it happened. The girl is dead, and we have to survive.
For how long? Till it happens again. If I'd stood up before, that girl would still be alive.
Stood up? What do you mean?
Get help, Tom. I'll go with you anywhere. Just get help. Or I swear to God, I'm leaving you and I'm taking the children.
Honey, don't ever say anything like that. Nothing in my life means anything to me but you and the kids. Now, every time something's happened, you've stood by me. Stand by me this one last time, and I swear to you, it will never happen again. I promise.
Live. Live.